The King's Dark Tidings. As the knight rode through the dark forest, almost at the end of his goal, an uneasy feeling came over him the closer he got to the dark fortress, still carrying the bundle in his arms. When he arrived at the gates of the fortress, they slowly opened. As he entered, there he paused, awaiting to be greeted by the master of the fortress. Then, from the shadows, appeared a man dressed in black. As he stared at the rider and without saying a word, the man held out his hands to retrieve the bundle. Inside of the bundle, held an infant boy. From that day forward, the child would be raised and trained by the masters of the fortress, and would be named Rezkin. Rezkin would be trained in pure secrecy, learning the art of death. They taught him all of the skills of the shadows. Then Rezkin would learn the art of the hunt for both man and beast. Through all of his harsh training, Rezkin became the perfect human weapon, the greatest weapon that humanity has ever spawned, and soon all men would fear him. In order to complete his training, Rezkin was given one last task by one of his masters. The final task his master ordered him to eliminate the strikers. These strikers were the men that tested his spying abilities throughout his childhood, and he learned something from each and every one of him. But that did not stop him from taking their lives. In order to survive, the strikers had no choice but to vanquish Rezkin first. But they failed, and one by one, Rezkin took each of their lives. While defending himself, Rezkin noticed a conflict growing between his masters. Before he could intervene, they both inflicted deadly blows to one another. Walking towards his masters, he discovered one on his last breath. As the master motioned Rezkin to come closer, he heard his master say, "There is an evil on the throne, Rezkin, but now, through our death, the darkness has been released." Meanwhile, unknown to Rezkin, a mad king is slowly destroying his kingdom through harsh decisions, paranoia, and greed. To gain his loyalty and to save their own lives from destruction, lords are destroying their own lands, treating their people harshly. They are become slaughterers of their own kind. Innocent people are suffering because of the king's insanity. As he continues his needless violence throughout his kingdom, men that dare stand against him with courage and valor are being slaughtered around every corner, with no sign of anyone able to stop him in his reign. Though Rezkin doesn't know it yet, there is a great task ahead of him, and he has to bring the Mad King dark tidings. But before he left, his mind sparked, as there were 18 graves, 2 for his masters, and 16 for the strikers. He killed, but the question is, there were 17 strikers. So, where is the other?